Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Brennan with Car Fleet. In this video, I'm going to be telling you why I actually uninstalled my eBay $70 throttle controller. Stay tuned. Alright guys, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I really like the Throttle Commanders, so there's no sponsorship, no nothing. I have no part with them, but I'm gonna go over why I actually uninstalled it, because if you guys know, I did run it for like 2 years, and I'm gonna tell you why in a sec. So first, let me show you guys the truck that it was in. This is my 2010 Ram. It's on 37s, 3-inch body lift, custom bumpers, everything you can imagine. Lights, light bar. It's basically all been done to my liking. Cut arches, everything's been touched on this. Nothing's really stock anymore. And my rear bumper. So this is the rig it was on. Okay, so if you're like me, and when I wanted to buy one of these, there was a few videos, but nothing really non-biased and in the middle, right? So I picked this one up. It's just the eBay, cheapest one you can buy on eBay. I picked it up for 70 to 100 bucks Canadian, like 2 years ago, something like that. So nothing was wrong with the screen. The screen is perfectly fine. It's all good. Everything works. Nothing broke. I really enjoyed it, and I still think it's a good mod. And I'm gonna tell you now what happened. So basically it was fine for 2 years. All of a sudden, there's a steep hill going to work. I drive it every day. All of a sudden, I got put into limp mode going up the hill. Now, I've never had that happen before. Never in my truck's life, nothing. This was like weird. So I was like, okay, like, I don't know, maybe it's just glitching out. So I'm driving. Actually, the first time it happened, I wasn't even going up a hill. I was going up like a less of a hill, but I was like foot to the floor. So I was ripping, and then all of a sudden limp mode. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Let's go. So I turned the truck off, turned it back on. Everything was fine for a week. Then I needed to go up the hill fast because something had happened and I had to get to work. So I was ripping up the hill, all of a sudden limp mode. I'm like, okay, again, kind of weird now. I don't know why I'm going into limp mode all the time. And then it happened like every time I was going up the hill. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start by removing the throttle controller. Since then, have never had an issue. So clearly it's probably because of that. It's been months. I haven't had this in my truck for months. I'm making this video now, but it's been out of my truck for 6 months. So something with this. Now, I don't know why all of a sudden it went into limp mode. I don't know if it's because of my big wheels, my lift, whatever, who knows, right? But I do not regret this purchase, because even though it didn't work at the end, the other 2 years was awesome. It's such a cool mod. Like, I would still recommend it. I don't know why it put me into limp mode, which is really weird. But yeah, so that is something that can happen to you if you're looking at, I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're looking at buying one for any vehicle. It did put me into limp mode, but limp mode, again, it's not like an unsafe thing in my opinion. When you get put into limp mode, you can still go 60 and you can get off the side of the road. What I would do is just go to the light, turn my truck off, turn it back on, and it's fine. So it's not like, oh, like shuts off, you're gonna die. It's not like that. So that's why I would still recommend it. If it was sketchy, this thing dies and you have no throttle, I would not be saying buy it still. So basically for the money, 70 bucks, 2 years out of it. Super cool how it lasted. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's just my truck. You might be better off with it. I have no clue. But that was my experience, and I'm here to be honest with you guys. And everything still works with it, but I don't know why all of a sudden it put me into limp mode all the time. So like I said, I took it out, no issues since. So I still do like it. I would say pick one up that gives you a few years. That's fine. If it puts you in a limp mode, doesn't really matter. You just turn your truck off, turn it back on, but I didn't really want to deal with that anymore. But there is pros and cons to this type of stuff. And when I was looking, I wanted to hear the pros and cons, so this is perfect. If I can help you guys in any way with this video, that's good. So leave a comment down below what you think about these things. And if you have any stories like that as well, I'd like to hear them. And yeah, make sure you guys subscribe. We do tons of wheeling in the Ram. If you look over here, if you guys like dent side Fords by chance, I'm doing a full restoration on a 79 Bronco. If that's something you're interested in, hit the subscribe button. I got tons of Ford videos coming out, tons of off-road videos, reviews, tests, builds, everything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know your thoughts. Peace.